everybody, what's going on? This is SOCMOM and Friends, and today we're going to talk about 5 games, each of us, so my 5 and Sarah's 5, of games that we're excited for. But first, we just hit 100 subscribers. Woot woot! I'm Meeples on the ground. Woot woot!
So we have, we've done like a little giveaway for hitting 100 subscribers. If you want to check that out, we will put links to that video here and in the description and wherever else.
Somewhere.
They go. So thank you for your subscriptions. It's neat for us to see our little channel grow.
It's a little baby. It's growing, it's walking, it's running, it's sprinting!
Just this got intense. So we're giving away a game, a brand new game. It's open to international participants. So like I said, check out the links for that if you're interested in winning a brand new copy of a game that we're giving away.
And then next, Sarah's been working on some art projects.
I have. So we went thrift shopping the other day and I found these frames. And they were really cheap. They were these like Shadowbox frames. They were really, really inexpensive. And I thought, you know, I could do something really cool with those. So I bought the frames. I bought like 10 of them, I think. And I've just been working on projects related to board games that I can shadowbox. So this is one of the ones I'm really, really pleased with. It's got like this rainbow meeple design here. And the frame itself was perfect for this. It's exactly the right size. When it's hanging on the wall, it looks really, really sharp. It was fairly easy to put together, and I have had just a ton of fun with these. So this is one of the coolest ones that I think that I've done so far. I've also got this neat Domino one, and this to me looks a little bit more like, I don't know, a kid's camp craft project. But I still had a good time with it. I still had fun with it, and it was neat to use these vintage rules that were included with this copy because they have like the diagrams that you can see here and everything, so that was kind of fun. And then I've also put together a couple of other Clue related games, so the classic board game Clue or Cluedo. I've done a couple of those, and these actually, the frame sets, they came together and they have like these magnets. And so the one of the Cluedo sets that I did, one of them was in, and that's what started all of this, one of them was in a shadow box that I'd had in my garage for a while. It was initially, I was going to shadow box some of his military memorabilia, but that's just not something that we really feel the need to have around our house. So not because of that it ended badly or anything like that. He was, you were, what's the word?
What?
The way you were separated.
Honorably discharged?
Honorably discharged. He was honorably discharged. It wasn't like he got hurt or, you know, anything like it. It didn't come to like a bad end. It's just that period of our life is behind us, and we just kind of want to move past it. Yeah. So we decided not to shadowbox the military memorabilia. And so I had this extra shadow box that was laying around, and we had a old game of Clue that was missing some pieces, just kind of beat up, and I thought, you know, I got the shadow box, I've got these cool components, let me see what I can put together. So that was the first one, and I put it together. I had a ton of fun doing it. It was fun, it was simple, it came out really, really good, and I put a picture up on Facebook in some of the board game groups we're in, and I was just like, hey, look what I made. This was really fun. I had a good time with this. And I got a fantastic response to it. Tons and tons of people liked and commented on it. And I even got several offers to sell it to people. So I actually did sell that. And when we saw these shadow boxes at the thrift store the other day, I said, you know, I had so much fun with that and it went over really well. Maybe I could make and sell some more of these. So that's what I've been working on sort of in my spare time as like a little craft to keep me company in the downtime. And so I made the Domino one, I've made the Meeple one, I've made another set of Clue frames, and they actually go together, so the two, the way they snap together. I have a set of Clue frames where the components sort of spill from one frame into the next. And then I'm working on my most sort of like intensive one yet. And I've actually cut open the board from a game, and I'm using that as like the back of one of the shadow boxes, and it's gonna look really cool.
Yeah.
So I've been having a ton of fun with doing that, and I think I am going to sell some of these, not all of them, but I am going to sell some of them just because I'm having a lot of fun with it, but I don't have places around my house to just put all of these pictures, and since they seem to go over really well, maybe other people might like to have them in their house too. So I'm going to try to sell some of these once I've got a few on hand that I've worked on. And I'm going to the thrift store. I'm going back to that thrift store where I found the frames tomorrow to see if maybe I can't get a deal on more of those frames so that I can just Shadowbox all the games. All the games! So I've been having tons of fun with that. Tell us about the most recent video that we've recorded that's going to be out later this week.
Will be the 100 subscriber giveaway. So that was just a celebration video of
that one's already up, right?
Yeah, that was already up.
Yeah.
And then also we are going to do a promos giveaway video. So we like promos. We hope you like promos. And so we wanted to share some promos. So that's
So we talk about a few of our favorite promos that we've incorporated into games that we own. And then we give away 3 different promos. And you can check out that video later this week.
Yes.
Later this week sometime to maybe win some promos for yourself or to see what we had to say about promos. And if you are interested in promos and you like to get promos, you might want to check out my website, Settler of Catan, mayorofmontecorro.com. I have a thing called Promo Club where it's a monthly send away where every month you get a brand new card or promotional item that you can include in one of your games. And I am probably going to start working on expanding that a little bit so that I can sell some of my backlog of promos as well. So the catalog of backlogged promos that I have is not up yet, but I will probably be working on that sometime in the next week or 2. And I have been selling those promo items on Facebook in the promo Depot, I think is what it's called. It's a giveaway group on Facebook. We'll put a link to it in the description. But I've been selling some of my excess promos there, and I've actually just been having a lot of fun. I've priced them all fairly cheaply, I hope, just because I have them. They're sitting in a box in my house, and I want them to go out and to be played with and for people to enjoy them. So I'm not trying to make like a ton of money off of them. I just want them to get out there into people's hands and people to have a good time with them. So I've been doing that and just kind of casually, and it's been a lot of fun for me to interact with people who are, who love these games as much as I do and who are excited about adding new promo content to their games and stuff like that. So we'll put those links in the description as well, and check out our video for some of our favorite promo items that are in our collection.
Yeah, and I've just also been working on some slice of life videos, so we're getting kind of more into, vlogging videos and just more like run and gun type videos. Because initially, before Corona happened, I wanted to focus, one of the things I want to focus on my channel is going to conventions, talking with the people that go to conventions, the booth staff, the designers that are there, and just, kind of give a little taste of convention life to people that can't go to conventions or are kind of wary of conventions or don't really know about all the conventions. So if they know about some of them, it's like, oh, this is great, this is big, then we can have, future conversations about, convention coverage. But once that gets back up and running, after Corona is dealt with, whenever that will be, we'll get back to, and once conventions start coming up again, we'll go start traveling again and get in it. And
but until then,
yeah,
we're pretty much self-isolating.
Yeah.
So
local type, slice of life videos. And sometimes when, if we go out, do something gaming, whether we've gone to a game store. We
went once and we wore a mask, we social distance. We couldn't stay and play because that section of the store is closed, but we were able to just kind of look around, get out of the house for a little while, and we did buy
We bought an expansion. Okay, people, it's an expansion. It does not count. Loopholes. Alright, so let's now move on to our topic. Our topic is 5 games we have not played yet, but are excited to play.
And these are games that are already in our collection.
Yes.
That, like he said, we haven't played, but that we were kind of looking around and we're like, I'd really like to try that one, or I'm really excited about when we do play this, about, learning this one, or that kind of thing.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and kick off the list. So one of my first ones is the Island of El Dorado.
And I'm really glad that he put this on his list, because I was looking at it to put it on mine, but I had 5 other ones that I kind of already picked out. So I left it off my list, but I'm really glad that you put it on yours.
Yeah, I just saw we think we were opening it up one day and looking on all the stuff inside, and we just got really excited. And I got really excited for it. So that's why I put that one on my list, and I'm just really interested because it just seems like the miniatures inside, the pieces are really high quality, and it's just like, okay,
the game itself seems pretty interesting too.
Yeah,
so.
Definitely.
And we actually have the base game and the expansion. So if we like the base game, which hopefully we will, then we should have some additional content to explore as well.
Definitely.
One of the ones on my list is called Runestones by Queen Games. And I'm actually really excited about this one because I just recently spoke with one of my clients, and he was telling me about Runestones, and he was like very enthusiastic about it, and he was telling me all about it. And as I was listening to him, I was like, that sounds really fun. And we have a copy of that game that I've never played with yet. So I'm excited to pull that one off the shelf and kind of explore that one as well. And again, with that one, I believe we have some expansion content for that one as well.
Yes.
So if we like it, then we have
some more to dive into.
Yeah, exactly.
So my next one is, and it's been around for a while, and please do not groan if you like this game. You're like, why haven't you ever played this game? We got it later, and then it just sat kind of on our shelf. So Scythe. I'm really interested in Scythe.
Neither one of us have ever played Scythe.
Yeah, we've never played it. We've seen friends. We have a friend that is super into Scythe. The guy has everything for it.
Like everything.
And has played like all the campaigns. I think there's campaigns.
Yeah, the Rise of Generous.
Yeah. And he just really, and we told him like, hey, we just got Scythe. We haven't played. And he's kind of like,
he's like, how have you not played? It's been around for like 5 years. We're like, we haven't played.
Yeah, we're like, hey, sorry. I mean,
we actually got it in a trade. When I was working at a store, one of my clients wanted to trade me for some of the other games that we were purging out of our collection. And I knew that I wanted to get rid of those games, but I didn't really have anything of his that I was like, I would like to have that. So I talked to Nick about it, and he said, well, how about Scythe? Like, we don't have a copy of Scythe, and we've never played Scythe. So we said, okay, well, like, we'll make you the trade for like these games if we can have Scythe. And he traded me one other small game too. I think 1 or 2 other small games as well. So we made the trade, and we put it on the shelf, and we've never played. So,
but hopefully soon. That's what we're excited for. And which is a great way to get rid of games if your local game store or local, gamers around your area have a board game bazaar where you could sell or trade games, and that's a great way to find kind of nifty little little treasures. And there have been games that were like, oh, that'd be awesome, but by the time we get over there, it's like been sold or traded. And you're just like,
I actually really like trading for board games because a lot of the times if you don't like lock yourself into, I have to have this game before I'll trade, or I need this much money before I'll sell this game. If you don't lock yourself into this, and I understand sometimes you have to, but if you don't, if you're able to say, you know what, I don't want this game, and I don't know much about that game, but they're, of similar quality, similar, cost, if you just swap them out, then you have a game that you've never played before that you might be interested in.
And it's new to you.
And all you had to do for it was get rid of a game you wanted to get rid of. So when we do trades with people, we typically, unless we're really, really looking for something very, very particular, a lot of times if someone suggests a trade to me, if the games are of approximate equal value, then I just make the trade, because then they get a game that they want, I get rid of a game I don't want, and I get something new to me in its place. So
what's your next game?
My next game is Mystery of the Abbey, which is an older game. I don't know a lot about it. It's supposed to be sort of like a strategy version of like Clue or 13 Clues or something like that, where we're trying to solve this mystery in this abbey of monks. And like I said, I don't know a lot about it. And you do need at least 3 players to play. So it's probably going to be one that is a little harder to make it to the table because most of the time it's just the 2 of us playing. But the theme caught my eye, and it seemed like there might be some neat stuff going on. It might be a little on the basic side, but we'll just see. We'll see when we play. What's yours?
Awesome. So my next game is the Tiny Epic Westerns. Western.
One singular Western.
Yes. And the thing about that game is I just got really excited about the whole Tiny Epic franchise, just as I played Tiny Epic Zombies. I like that. Sarah was playing Tiny Epic Quest. That was really cool. And I saw like the little meeples holding like scepters and swords. And I was like,
neat.
What is that? And so
can your meeples in Tiny Epic Western? Oh, now you've got me doing it. Can they ride a horse?
I don't know. I know in the zombie ones there was a motorcycle that you could ride. And I was kind of like, yes.
You've played Zombies as a solo game, right?
Yes.
Can you play Western as a solo game as well?
I'm not sure off the top of my head.
I think you might be able to play most of the Tiny Epic games as solo games, but I can't remember.
But they're pretty cool. So what's your next game?
My next game, again, this is an older one. A lot of the games on my list are older. This one is Mansions of Madness. We have a used copy of the 2nd edition that, again, I got in a trade. And I don't know what shape it's in. I've never even opened the box. So I don't know like if there are pieces missing or if it's even like in good shape or anything like that. But we have never, ever, ever played Mansions of Madness. We've never played the Arkham Horror board game or anything like that. I think the closest we've ever come is we played the dice game. Do you remember what that one was called?
I don't remember.
There's like a dice game in that universe. We played that. I absolutely did not care for that experience at all. It took a lot of time.
That was rough.
Yeah, it took a lot of time and it was boring. And to me. And we've played the LCG a little bit as well, but we've never played the either the
board game,
or Mansions of Madness. Yeah. So I've heard good things. I think lately I've kind of been in that. I've been searching for stories in that sort of mythos, just to have fun with, and so I think that it would be kind of fun to explore that game. And like I said, I've heard good things. Plus, I think Rodney has a watch and play video on it, right?
Yes.
So I wouldn't even have to necessarily learn all the rules myself. Rodney can just teach us how to play. So.
And that's funny because my next game is, hold on now, Sekigahara, the Unification of Japan. And I saw it at a time we went to a board game store speakeasy.
It was so cool.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I've written an article on it. If you want to know more about that experience, you can find it on Settler of Catan, Mayor of Montekoro.com, and search for my S'mores and Meeples article, because there's a link to the game store article that I wrote in that article. So you'll have to do a little bit of an investigation there yourself to find it. But it was a really, really neat experience. And if you want to read more about it, you can do that at that website.
Yeah. And just Sekigahara, the Unification of Japan, was just a really cool game when I saw it. And I turned it around. It was really awesome. A GMT is kind of a wargaming, like realistic wargaming company for board games, and it's just really cool. Something that really interested me. It's a little intimidating, but I got it, and lucky for me, Rodney made a video on it. So
he's such a superhero, isn't he?
I didn't even know there was a video on it. I was just like,
And it's kind of weird that he did a video for that one, because he doesn't usually do those sort of war game type games. He doesn't usually do videos for those, but he did it on that one.
Yeah,
so.
That's awesome. Yes. So what's your next one?
My next one is another sort of Cthulhu Mythos one, where we explore the story of the Cthulhu Mythos, and it's called Mythos. It is a game similar to Detective, a modern crime.
Yes.
Yeah, Detective, a modern crime.
Sherlock Holmes.
Yep, or the Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective series. It's kind of like those types of games. But it's got the Arkham horror twist to it, where it's like, that sort of like cosmic
universe
horror
theme.
Yeah, the cosmic horror theme.
Yeah. Which it's really cool. It's like I love those type of games. Like, once you play through it, it's kind of like, okay, well,
yeah, it's sort of like a one-shot game.
Yeah.
But if I have fun with it throughout that time, then it served its purpose.
You get like newspapers, maps, little tidbits of like business cards. It's just really cool. It's just really immersive experience within the game.
And I believe we have played one time, haven't we?
Yes.
But we only played the one time, and it's been long enough now to where I've like completely forgotten everything about it. So I would like to play again. And it's been, I think maybe I'm kind of in the mood for this type of game right now, is because lately here it's been storming a lot, and that just to me feels like the perfect ambiance for these sort of mystery or mythos type
I think
games.
last time we played Arkham Horror, the living card game, it was raining outside
it was storming.
and like storming. We're like, and then we're reading some kind of like flavor text or some part of the story, and all of a sudden crackling in the sound. We're like, it's happening.
So that's kind of cool ambience. And I think because we've been having like stormy weather, I've been like, this would be a really good game. Just kind of tuck yourself away in a dark little house and then just play a
cry because you're screaming so much. Oh boy.
What's your next one?
So my final one is Vinyl.
Ooh, this is a good choice too. I've been wanting to play this one for a while. In fact,
I know.
I think last time we made one of these videos, I think Vinyl might have been on my list, and we still haven't played it yet.
And so that's kind of like my reason. She's so interested in vinyl. I know so little about vinyl. Like, I know what a vinyl is because I'm not too young.
He knows what a vinyl is, people.
You're so
cute.
funny.
You're so cute.
Oh my gosh. But I'm really interested in it. She's really interested in it. So it's a game that, when, we decide to play something, I can make, well, you're interested in the game, why don't we bust it out and learn it? And so just something easy because, I'm lucky that I have a partner that wants to go ahead and play board games as much as I do.
Me too.
Sometimes I will admit I don't go as long as she will with board games.
I'm pretty sure I could literally play games until I die. Like, you
could
could start me right now, and then 3 days from now I would drop dead, but I could play games that entire time.
So I try. I've been slowly getting better in how long we play, but come on.
It's good. It's good to have a partner that's like, okay, can we please go do something else? Because then it's like, okay, we should probably get a snack, and maybe I should do some chores or some laundry.
Cat's screaming at us, and the dog's still outside, and it's like midnight, and we're like, ooh.
No, we don't neglect our pets.
No,
not for the sake of games.
Never.
Not for any reason.
Never. But that's my last
You
game.
make it that sound sarcastic.
Oh, sorry. No. They're good. They're taken care of.
Oh, God.
Especially our cat.
Oh my gosh. That boy
a little
is
too much taken care of.
fat.
And our dog's good.
He's got a little bit of
punch, but he runs. He runs all around her.
We've recently taken our cat to the vet. He has to have a dental surgery to remove a broken tooth. He's kind of an older cat. They said that's typical for older cats. They start needing stuff like that done. But I recently took him to the vet to get him checked for this, and they're like, okay, well, he's got this broken tooth, so we need to schedule surgery. We just wanted to check, is he on a flea preventative? And he is, and so they're just kind of like going through this checklist with me. And at the end, and they're like, okay, well, the last thing we wanted to talk to you about was, he's pretty fat. And I was like, yeah, I know. I've tried really hard. We've put him on diet food. We've got laser pointers. We've put him on like a restricted amount of food diet where he only gets like a little bit of food, like a couple of times a day. Yeah, and he will literally just throw things and scream until you feed him more food. So
sit on your face.
Yeah, if you're in bed and you're trying to sleep and he believes he needs more food, then he'll just sit on the side of your head, and he does weigh 20 pounds, so it's a 20-pound cat. Or he'll take
one of his paws and be like,
sitting on the side of it. Yeah, or he'll punch you in the face. Like, we're not making this up. Our cat can be a real jerk when he's hungry. So, anyway.
Anywho. Your last game?
My last game is Wasteland Express Delivery Service. And again, this is an older title, and I have played it once or twice before, but it's been a few years since I've played it. It's a pickup and delivery game set in like a post-apocalyptic future where you are delivering like supplies, water, food, medical supplies to different parts of this map that are made up of modular tiles. And so you're like picking up food and supplies and stuff like that and delivering it to the different parts of this area. And they're like different objectives. Sometimes there's like secret objectives that you're also trying to work towards. So maybe like you have food and those people over there need some food, but on your way, if you stop over here and like drop off some medical supplies, you might get some extra points or something like that. So it's, as I remember it, it's a fairly intensive game. It's got like, it's not just like a simple, die roller or little card game or whatever. It's like, it's got quite a lot going on, which may be a little prohibitive to getting it to the table just because it's going to be a lot to learn. And I am primarily the one who like learns the games and then teaches them to us as we play.
You're so good at it. Sorry.
And I don't mind doing it. I actually like doing it. But the more intensive a game is, obviously, the more preparation that takes me to learn the rules, figure everything out, that kind of stuff.
I feel like we're a good match. You will learn the game, and I'll be like, well, how does this work out? Oh.
Yeah. I'm much more like, and he's like big picture stuff. So it works really well when we work together to learn a game.
Our powers combined.
But that one will take more time and effort to learn. So I feel like, again, that might be a little prohibitive to getting it to the table. But we'll just kind of see. I am excited to try it again. I don't know why. Like, I acquired it and we played it a few times. I showed it off at some game stores and stuff like that. And then I put it on the shelf and like ignored it for a long time. And I don't know why. Just recently I've been like, oh, that one. We should play that one. But I have. And I don't know. I want to play it. So we'll see. We'll see.
Well, all right. That was our 5 games that we are excited to go ahead and start playing, that we want to play. Some stuff that we've gone through recently, games, crafts, videos that we've created. Hope you all enjoyed. Hope you all are playing as many games as you can, whether it's through Tabletop Simulator, solo games, or if you are
able to play with like family or roommates, or if you're able to go out in your area. I know some people are able to go out. If you're able to like go out and meet up with people to play, tell us what you've been playing.
Exactly. Yes, because we want to know. Really do. Because it's awesome. All right, until next time, we'll see you guys later. Bye.